for hundreds, thousands of years.
Kind of like
all the way back to Jesus' day, where he says, I am the potter and you are the clay. What?
I think I'm good.
Okay, so do your final touches, clean it up by smoothing out anything that you want to. If you like the scratches in there from your fingernails, then by golly, leave them in there. The cool thing about art is there's no wrong answer. It's your own expression. So nobody can be like, oh, you did that wrong. I guess if it blows up, then there was probably maybe a technical error, but you'll learn from it and go from there. I've had a piece blow up, so it's okay. I've had other people's pieces blow up and destroy mine. It's frustrating, but you know, you just gotta make more art, right?
The more the better.
Alright, so I'm finalizing my shape and what I want. So,
yours looks good.
It has an uneven top, but I'm okay with that. We could always use a blade or a wire and cut off the top to make it perfectly smooth if we want. But I like the organic look for our very first time. Alright, let's look at yours. I think it looks great. Okay. I think you got some thickness over here that needs to be taken care of.
Can I first take out? Can you try? Can you
here,
check
let's
mine?
spray yours though. See, you got some cracking up top? Let's spray it one time at the top. Get it, look right there and spray. Okay, now you can use that water to look, rub it in, and look how it's fixing those cracks, making it more workable.
Can you check mine?
Yeah. All right, yours is still pretty heavy. Let's get it thinned out some more.
What do I need?
Once we get the walls to the right thickness, the reason, let me explain why they have to be at a certain thickness. If it's too thick, it won't fire properly. When we talk about firing, we're talking about putting the clay in the kiln and basically baking it, cooking it in a high temperature, 2,000 degrees temperature and once that does, it creates a chemical reaction that converts the clay to a piece of ceramic, like a piece of glass, basically.
Except it's kind of
you can cook off of it. Like, look at these mushrooms that Red Grandma made. Those are ceramic. And so you can put a clear glaze on it, a colored glaze on it, but as long as it's food safe, the glaze is, then you can actually eat off of it and drink out of it. You can't use glazes that have lead in them. Some types of glazes have lead to create the colors and the effects, and you can't eat off of lead because it's dangerous. So you always need to double check that the glaze is food safe.
Kind of like whenever I'm gonna make a, kind of like if you're gonna make a cup that you can drink out of.
Yeah. All right.
That was a little sticky. Oh
no. No, I had to thin it out. So I got the bottom part thinned out for you, okay?
Okay.
Now what you're gonna do is thin out the top part and shape it back to the way you want. You can kind of feel how thin it is, and that's the perfect thickness. So basically, if it's too thick, it won't fire properly. If it's too thin, it could crack and break. Every time you fire your clay, do you think the clay expands, or do you think it contracts and gets smaller?
Contracts.
You're right. Whenever you fire clay, it's going to take out the moisture, the water out of it. And
how do you get it back to an angle?
And it will shrink a little bit. Here, so you got to finish thinning out your walls. I told you to.
Dad.
What?
Are they thick enough?
I think you need to pinch just a little bit more. Alright. Alright, here. Spray it one more time. Smooth it out and fix the tops how you want it, okay? You need to thin these out just a little bit by keeping that angle.
Okay.
There you go, Risa, looks nice.
Thanks. Sorry, that was a little late.
That's cool. You get in the zone and yeah, it's all good. I don't want to take away from your art experience.
Oh, you can't take away from that. I mean...
So this is my first pinch pot I've probably made in at least 12, 15 years.
And I think they're looking nice.
Maybe longer than that.
And I think they look nice.
And we could turn these into a little pot for maybe a plant, or we could turn it into
Dad,
a cup.
Are they thin enough?
Or a teapot. All right, Ray, I think that's looking really nice. Do you want to smooth out these cracks on top?
Yeah.
I would just use your finger and then look, you just barely move the clay around, going over all the edges. Just one finger lightly, and you can smooth out all those cracks. I think once you do that, smooth out all your stuff there. It's looking pretty good. And then what you can do is start shaping it if you want. Use your hand, kind of curve it.
That's what I've been doing with the top.
Yeah, you can keep kind of move it in so your top doesn't get too big. You thin out those walls and even them out, but you still keep your shape. That could be maybe a cup if you want to add a handle.
I want to do that.
Okay, so shape it the way you want. You got a little crack, you might spray it just once right here, and then shape the top the way you want it.
I don't like to, I think whenever
But you gotta be careful right here, it's a little thin, okay?
Gently. Yeah, this is gonna be a cup.
It's looking good, bro.
Why can't I this one? I got a little bit.
What, buddy?
I got a little bit of one.
It's cool. All right, do you like the opening of your hole? Is it the way you want it?
Yes.
Is it as round as you want it, or is it misshapen as you want it? Some people don't want, you know, clean design. Some people want crazy design. It's totally cool, whatever you feel. It's an expression of yourself. So what do you guys think of your first art class workshop with clay?
It was kind of hard.
But are you happy with what you made? You made that out of a ball of clay.
I wish I could make my own cup with Mario's hat on it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna add a handle.
We can work on a lidded project here maybe next, or the one after that. We might be able
Are
to
we gonna do 3?
I mean, we're gonna use this whole clay and then buy some more clay. I'm gonna teach you all the clay stuff I know. Does that sound good?
We're gonna use the whole chunk.
Yeah. Over multiple projects. Now, I'm going to teach you different techniques. Don't freak out. We'll start small with our pitch pot. Then we're going to do a slab pot, which is super easy. Our next lesson will be with a rolling pin. I already have the boards, and I have the canvas that we need, and it'll be super easy. We just cut out shapes, and I'll teach you how to attach 2 pieces of clay together.
Oh wait, is it going to be like a symmetry thing? Like you get 2 of the same exact pieces and you put them together to make a pot? I think we should do 2 a day or 3.
2 a day or 3? You like this?
Yeah.
Is that what that means, Ray?
Yes.
Okay. We'll try and do at least once a week, okay?
Okay.
But we'll keep working on this. Once we started this clay project, we can't just forget about it. We have to